Hey guys, this is Alfred Tama. I specialize in computer science, and today I'm gonna be telling you about in detail about the terms computer. You probably hear about the word computer, but the terms and all that stuff you don't know exactly what it means. So you're gonna be learning to the video what does the word computer means. So you have here that maybe your case, your child, your wife ask you that, like, what is computer? Now, let's get started. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for another upcoming video. Computer is an electronic device, but it is actually an advanced electronic device used for processing data or manipulating data. It is an electronic device because it uses a source of power. So without a source, a computer doesn't function. So now, there are two terms that comes to mind whenever you talk about computer. For example, basically you have hardware and software. So those are two terms that come to mind when it comes to computer. What is hardware and what's the difference between hardware and software? So hardware is a physical component of the computer. Basically you see it, you touch it. So some example is the mouse. The mouse is a physical component of computer because why? You see it and touch it. And then you have the keyboard. Actually, this is a wireless keyboard because why? It doesn't have any wire that usually attached to either the laptop or the like the monitor or something, or the desktop actually. So if you look on this keyboard, there's a key that arranged from that's on the left. You have it's called or alphanumerical key because why? It contains of both numbers and letters. That's why it calls alphanumerical key. And then there's a key on the right. It's called numerical key because why? It only contains of letters. So now, if you talk about the term computer, but there are variety of computers. You will get to know some of them very soon. So now we'll go to the components of computer. What are the components of computer? The components of computer in modern day usage, for example, you have the input devices, the output devices, the central processing unit for short, we call it CPU, the mass storage device, and memory. A typical modern computer uses LSI chips. Usually full function about computers. You have a accept data. Those are function of computer. Is a key function that computer is actually meant for. It accept data, it process data, it input data, and then it produces output. So usually for a computer, the output we call it a result. So yeah, and then it stores result because what you want is storage. So the input, a term that comes to mind we have been hearing input. What is input then? Input is a raw information entered into the computer from the upper devices. It is a collection of letters, numbers, images, etc. So basically, if you use this upper device, like I said, a software is a set of instruction that tells the hardware what to do. So basically, you use this upper device, like the input device, the keyboard. This keyboard, you use it because it's contained of letters, numbers, images. So when you type in that, for example, that's a raw information entering in the computer. So we come to the next term is process. Process is the operation data. After you import the stuff into the computer and then you process it. Operation data as given by the user. Usually, a computer user give the computer instruction and tells it what to do because it doesn't function on its own. It rely on the direct commands from the user. So usually the result will come to the output. Output is what the processed data given by computer after data processing. So it means that after you are input the raw material, it processes the material. So when it processes it, the result you receive is called the output. Usually it is done by the output is done usually by the Apple device. What are some of the Apple device? You have the printers. They are all Apple devices, though. So basically, there are kinds of computer based on size, shapes, and power. So computer developed based on their data processing abilities. They are classified according to purpose, data handling, and functionality. According to functionalities, computers are classified as, for example, you have analog computer. A computer that represents numbers by some continuously varying physical quantity holds variations, minimize the properties of some system being modern. So we have the personal computer, for example, say PC, personal computer for short. So the personal computer is a small and low cost. The term personal computer is used to describe desktop computers. You have desktop, you have laptops, they are all personal computers. And then you have a workstation, a terminal or desktop computer in a network. In this content, workstation is just a generic form. Usually, actually, is a generic terms you use for a user machine, like for example, client machine and stuff. In contrast, to a server or mainframe computer, and then you have the mini computer. You hear the term mini computer is a small, because it is small, it's called mini. So you have a mini computer. A mini computer isn't very mini. It means it's not that small. At least not in a way most of us think of mini computer. Like you probably think you hear the word mini, that it's not that small, but as the term macro, but it's a mini computer. Like though it's small, but it's not that very small. You know how big your personal computer is, and it is a related family. So basically, we speak about a mini computer. It's not that small as compared to, and it's not bigger. It's not as small as compared to a desktop computer and laptop. So, and then you have the mainframe computer. You have the mainframe computer. It refers to the kind of large computer that runs an entire corporation. So that is called a mainframe because it's work and it operates a large operation. It carries on large operation, you know. And then you have the supercomputer. It is the biggest, fastest, and most expensive computer on earth. It is what supercomputer because it basically it has a fast speed and a large storage, and those are computers that have been placed that have been stationed into a particular terrain. Basically it's only used for a certain purpose. And then you have a microcomputer. So your personal computer the personal computer like PC, desktop, those are all microcomputer. And then we're coming to go to more functionality of computer then. So basically those are basically the generality, the terms of computer and the explanation of computer. So do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos. See you guys. Thank you.